What's up? Hi. What's up? Hey guys. So if you know who I am, hey guys, what's up? It's Daniela. If you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Daniela, and I've been making mediocre videos on the internet for 7 years. So if that's kind of content that floats your boat, then maybe you should subscribe and turn those post notifications on so you can see more mediocre content and you can see more of this face, because this is on this side of YouTube, we have a good time, we vibe, and it's just all around just a great time. So yeah, so subscribe if that's what you like. So today's video is going to be a story time because we love story times. Yay, woohoo! And this is going to be another story that is going to waste your time, but I just thought I'd tell the story anyway because, like, why not? So yeah, I made another story time video similar to this in that, like, I told a pointless time wasting story a while back ago. I told a story about the time that I freaked out because I thought I didn't have enough time to study for a test. So if you want to watch that, you can watch it. So today's story is going to be about the time that I almost couldn't vote. Let's just get on with the story. Yeah. So this took place about 2 months ago. So very recently. I wasn't even like of age to vote until this year, so this happened very recently. So that's when it happened. So this is the story. So I am about to do my civic duty because that's very important, and I'm about to do something very important. I was about to make my voice be heard, and yeah, it was just gonna be so great. And I had this whole plan. So while I was gonna wait in line, I was gonna watch YouTube videos on my phone so I wasn't like bored, you know? Because you know, you wait for like an hour yeah, it takes a long time. So I was just my plan was to watch YouTube videos while I waited in line so that I could, you know, keep myself entertained. Yeah, you know? And so my dad drove me to like the place. This is going to be very important later on. So my dad drove me, and I had my phone. I made sure to grab my phone and like my purse, because I always take my purse with me everywhere I go. But while I was in the car, my phone was outside of my purse the whole time, because I guess like I was gonna go on it in the car, even though I didn't end up going on it in the car because it was not a long drive, so whatever. But I still had my phone out, and this is also gonna be a key part of the story. So when we get there, I jump out of the car, I have my purse with me, everything is all fine and dandy, and I get in the line, okay? And then I open up my purse, and I'm about to take out my phone so I can, you know, watch videos and keep myself entertained. And then I realize, I search around in my purse a little bit, and I realize I totally left my phone in the car. No, the horror of leaving my phone in the car. So now I can't watch any YouTube videos. I was just like freaked out for a second because I couldn't watch any YouTube videos. Like, oh, the horror of not being able to keep myself entertained in this line. And I just realized I shouldn't have left my phone out of my purse, because I would have had a greater risk of forgetting it, like I ended up doing. I ended up forgetting my phone because it wasn't in my purse, and so I forgot to grab it because I assumed it was in my purse. I forgot to put it back in there, and yeah, I forgot my phone. I'm like, what do I do? Like, I can't watch YouTube. Like, my life is over. No, it's not, but You get what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. But then after like a minute or two, I just decided, you know what, like I'm going to have to just accept the fact that I can't keep myself entertained while waiting in this line, because it wouldn't be very productive of me to get out of the line to go look for my phone and lose my spot in line just so I could keep myself entertained, you know? So I just accepted it. I was just like, okay, I'll just be bored while waiting in this line. No big deal. I mean, making my voice be heard is way more important anyways, so whatever, no big deal. But then I realized something. I realized that this is a big deal after all. Do you know why? Because my phone case is a wallet case. Do you know what was in my wallet phone case? My ID. My freaking ID. And I was just like, what do? I don't have my freaking ID with me, which I need to like show them when I go in and whatnot. Cause like I can't go like vote without my ID, because that would be very uncool of me and kind of impossible too, because they wouldn't even let me in if I didn't have my ID, because they don't know if I'm of age, and also it doesn't help that I don't even look of age. Like I look about half my age, so like it doesn't, like that doesn't help one bit. So I'm just like, what do I do? Like I need to get my phone and get my ID. Like I was like, what do I do? Like my brain was just thinking like, what should I do? What should Daniela do? And so I finally decide, because like normally what I would do if I forgot something is I would call my dad, or whoever took me, in this case it was my dad, and I would say, hey, I left this and this and this behind, can you please come and bring it to me? But I couldn't do that because I didn't have my freaking phone to call him, so I didn't even have a way to get hold of him, which like literally on top of like not having my ID, like the fact that like, okay, if I had had my phone with me, I would have just done that. But the fact I didn't have my phone with me, like that just made this whole situation like a million times worse. So I'm just like, what do I do? Like I don't have, so eventually I decided, okay, I have to get out of line and look for my dad so I could tell him that I forgot my phone, because he was waiting in the car. He was like somewhere like in the parking lot, so he was there, just like he was waiting somewhere in the parking lot. And so I thought, I'm just gonna go look for him and I'm going to retrieve my phone. So I surrendered my place in line, because I literally, like, this is the only way I can retrieve my ID. And I start walking around the parking lot to look for my dad's car. But of course, the place we're at, this is like a grocery store. This is like pretty much like near a grocery store, and so the parking lot is huge and there's so many cars, and I'm looking around and I cannot find his car anywhere. And like I have no idea where he even like parked, so like I have no idea like where I'm going, if I'm even close. And so eventually I just decide there's no way I'm gonna find him in this huge giant supermarket parking lot. Like there's no way. And so I'm just like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Like this, like I need to get my ID or else I can't vote, because like this is what this is my chance to do my civic duty, like, you know, and like this is very important, you know. And so what I considered doing was I considered going to a stranger and being like, hey, can I borrow your phone please? Like it's very important. I need to get a hold of my dad, but I forgot my phone. But me being very socially awkward, and I have a hard time doing that, I decided that was too big of a step for me to take in the being social steps, I guess. I don't know. Even in my state of panic, like I was literally gonna do anything just to get my ID so I could do the thing that I literally came here to do. But even in my state of panic, I was just like, I can't do that. Like I can't do that. Like what if they just like, I don't know, but I don't know. I have a hard time like just talking to like random strangers on the street, you know, because like they don't know me, they don't know that I'm like genuinely like I need help. Like they probably think like I'm a bad person. Like I don't know if they would assume that, but like they don't know me, like they don't know my intentions, you know. So I was just scared, so I wasn't gonna do that. And so what I ended up doing after I like calmed down a little bit and was a little bit more cool, calm and collected, I went into the supermarket and I was gonna like, this was like my last hope. I was gonna do everything. I've never used a payphone ever in my entire life, and I've never encountered a situation where I've had to use one. But I was going to go into this store. I was just thinking this might be my first time I ever have to use a payphone. Like this might be the time that I'm going to have to figure out how to use a payphone. And so I am like, I don't even know, because like who even has payphones anymore? So I don't even know if this is like, if they even have a phone there. So this is like my last hope, and I was just really hoping that they had something. So I go into the supermarket and I ask a cashier, I was just like, hey, so I need to get a hold of my dad, but I don't have my phone with me. Is there a phone here that I can use? And that was something that I figured I could at least do, because it wasn't like I was asking a random stranger to borrow their personal phone. I was just asking a cashier at the store if there was like a phone at the store that I could use, you know? And luckily, to my relief, there was. And so the cashier like leads me to where it is, and she like tells me like, dial this and this before you dial the number, you know? And this, I feel so relieved when I finally have an opportunity to call my dad and inform him that I forgot my phone, and I am just so relieved. And so I call him, and it rings a whole bunch of times. I'm just like, please pick up the phone, please pick up the phone, please pick up the phone. I mean, he doesn't know it's me. Like, this is not a number he recognizes. Like, I'm using a random phone in a grocery store. Like, this is not, like, he doesn't know it's me. So I'm just like, please pick up the phone, please pick up the phone, please pick up the phone. He doesn't pick up the first time. So I try calling my mom. I'm trying to remember this correctly. I'm not sure if I'm remembering this correctly, but I call my mom. I try to call my mom. She doesn't pick up either, so I try my dad again. And finally he picks up. And I'm just so relieved. I'm just like, hey, so it's me. I forgot my phone, and it had my ID in the case. Please come bring it to me, please. And he's like, okay, I will bring it to you. And he also tells me that he noticed that when I got out, he noticed that my phone was still there, and he was gonna come and bring it to me. But it was gonna take some time to, you know, like find me in the line. So that's why, and like I had gotten out of line, and he didn't know that because he didn't know until I called him. And so he couldn't find me. So that's why I didn't get it immediately, because I left the line before he found me so I could go find him. And then we were just looking for each other, and we couldn't find each other. So then finally I told him, okay, I'll get back in the line and I'll just wait. So now at least I know that he knows that he's going to bring my phone to me. So now I'm relieved. So I go back in the line. I'm like way further behind than I was before, because I'm not about to like cut people, you know. I'm not like my place wasn't saved before, and I'm not about to cut people. So I just go in the back of the line again. And a few minutes later, my dad shows up with my phone, and I am so relieved that everything worked out, and I was able to make my voice be heard because I had my ID, finally. And that, my friends, is the story of how I almost couldn't vote because I forgot my freaking ID. Moral of the story, don't forget your ID when you're about to do something that requires your ID. So that's my story. I hope you enjoyed this. It was kind of pointless, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. give it a thumbs up, because that's what I just give it a thumbs up. And yeah. So anyways, I guess that is pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this for like whatever reason, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys, the subscribers and viewers, in my next video. Peace out, y'all. Woo!